Welcome back, students. In today's class, we will continue with the business services, and today we are doing e-banking. So the expected learning outcomes of this chapter or this lesson which we are doing today is that after doing this chapter, you will be able to define banking, e-banking, understand and describe various modes of digital payment, and merit and demerits of e-banking. First of all, what is e-banking? E-banking means electronic banking. So it is a banking which can be accessed through the website of the bank and using the internet facilities by the customer himself or herself. So here the customer can control his or her bank account using e-banking. And e-banking not only helps to control the bank account but also to make various digital payments across various platforms. To access e-banking, one must obtain first of all e-banking facility from his or her bank. The bank branch will give the user ID and password to the account holder, and from there the username and password could be utilized to log into the bank's website and access the account information. So by using internet banking, the customer can do various transactions through his or her bank account. That is just like making payment to third party, requesting the checkbook, paying utility bills like electricity bill, buying shares, etc. through the internet banking. So it is very useful. Now, because of increase in the e-banking, the digital payments has also increased. And recent demonetization has also forced people to look for cashless means of making payments. So because of the popularity of cashless transactions, the various digital payment modes are becoming popular. So we will see that which are different ways of making digital payments in e-banking. The first we are going to take up is AEPS, Aadhaar Enabled Payment Services. For this, availing this service, the Aadhaar card should be linked to the bank account, and the account holder can access his or her bank account through Aadhaar authentication. The biometric data recorded in the Aadhaar is utilized to authenticate the identity of the person, account holder, and the account holder can access his account. For this, some representative from the bank will visit the customer, where the customer will give his or her fingerprints and allow the access to the bank account, and by using this service, the customer can deposit money in the bank account as well as withdraw money from the bank account and do various other transactions. UPI, Unified Payment Interface. UPI is a payment system developed by National Payment Corporation of India and RBI. UPI is built over IMPS structure. IMPS means Immediate Money Payment Service. And the customer can use the UPI app in the Android phones to connect the bank account and create a UPI ID, and this UPI ID could be utilized to make payment to the third party. One of the UPI app is Google Pay, which is very popularly used. Next mode is POS, point of sale. You might have seen this instrument at so many places, at the shops near you, in the malls, and at various places where you have to make payments. This machine is used to swipe the cards by the customer. This machine is connected to the bank server, and while swiping the card, the money is deducted from the customer's bank account and deposited into the seller's bank account. So this is another convenient method of making payment. USSD, Unstructured Supplementary Service Data. USSD allows the users of this service to access the bank account without the use of smartphone and internet. So the banking is accessed through the mobile network, where the code of *99# is dialed through the bank, the simple phone, which is non-Android phone, and the mobile network interacts with the bank. And thus, using this service USSD, the customer can access his bank account, his or her bank account, can check account balance, generate bank statement, make fund transfer, etc. using this service of USSD. Next is credit card. Credit card is a plastic card which enables the card holder to make payments from the credit account with the bank or the credit card company. So here the customer, the credit card holder, need not to have a bank account and money in the bank account. This account, the credit card, offers a credit against the card, and this card could be utilized to make payments, digital payments in the POS machine or in the internet online mode. This and the customer will get the bill at the end of the month billing cycle, and the payment is to be made to the credit card company within the given period. Otherwise, the interest or the charges are levied. Then the next way of making digital payment is debit card. A debit card is also a plastic card. It is just like the credit card but a little bit different, because that was credit card, this is debit card. So this card is issued against a bank account, and it is also called ATM card. This could be utilized to withdraw money from the ATM, and this card could be utilized to make digital payments by swapping it on the POS machine, or through websites. Online payments could be made by using this card. Debit card allows the customer to make withdrawals or make payments from his bank account. Micro ATM. Another way of making digital payment is micro ATM. Micro means very small. So micro ATM looks like POS machine. So it is a machine which is connected to the bank server, and it acts as a ATM. So it is very useful in the areas which are not well connected with the banks, which don't have bank branches, have no access to the banks, like very remote areas, villages, etc. This machine is possessed by a bank employee who takes this machine to the far-flung area or the remote area, and all the people get to collect there, and this machine is used to swap their cards, and the account holders could withdraw money by using this machine, and also the money could be deposited in their bank account through this machine. Not through this machine, the money when deposited through micro ATMs, it is taken by the bank representative. He collects the money and make the entry in his register, and then when he returns to the bank branch, he make the entry in his cash book and other accounting records of the customer.
The next method of making digital payment is mobile wallets. Mobile wallets are just like the wallets in which the money is kept, but in these wallets the money is kept in digital form. The user of mobile wallet need not to carry physical cash or credit cards with him or her to make payments. One has to just store the information about the cards and internet banking in the mobile wallets, and then mobile wallets are used. These apps are basically used to make payment. There are very popular apps which are used, mobile wallet apps which are being used by people like Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, Paytm, MobiKwik, etc. Prepaid cards is the next method. In this, a card is issued by the card company or the banks in which the money is already deposited. It may be a gift card as well. The money is already deposited in the card, and this card could be swapped like the debit and credit card on the POS machines, or it could be utilized to make digital payments on the online platform. So the difference between ATM card and prepaid card is that the ATM card is issued against a bank account only, whereas prepaid card could be issued to anyone. One can get the card and deposit the money in that. So once the money is utilized, exhausted, then for fresh money is deposited. Benefits of e-banking. Anytime service. The internet banking, e-banking is available 24/7 and 365 days in a year. So one can do the banking whenever he or she finds time. Need not to see that whether these are working hours or not. Anywhere banking. So internet banking or e-banking can be accessed anywhere. Maybe sitting on the couch or traveling. So because one only needs the internet connectivity and a system or a phone to access in e-banking. Creates financial discipline. Financial discipline is created when one can monitor his or her spendings and savings and earnings, and these all facilities are provided by e-banking, as the account holder can check his account and monitor his savings, expenditures, etc., and ensure and bring financial discipline in his life. Less risk and greater security in e-banking. Greater security is there because the banking companies use only the encrypted data software so that it could be saved from online frauds. Workload on branches reduced because when the people start using e-banking, they need not to visit the bank branches physically, so the public dealing workload on the branches will reduce and the employees will be relieved from this public dealing and they can use this time in some other work. So that's all about today's lesson. We have done meaning of e-banking, methods of digital payment and merits of e-banking. Now there is an assignment. It consists of 3 questions. First question is, the banking service provided through internet is called A. C banking, B. Exchange banking, C. E-banking, or D. White banking. Question number 2 is, explain POS, credit cards, BHIM and UPI. Question number 3 is, explain merits of e-banking.